you are aware of the procedures that go on here. Effectively, to be given entrance into the castle city of Candlekeep, you have to present a book that they do not have record of. You have done this before in the past, and so have something. How do they know?
Magic.
Oh, actually, 100% magic. They have a book that has your name in it, and if you have given them a book, your name is in the book. There are 5 robed guards, actually. So yeah, as you come up to the gate, they ask your name, and if you have
Aaron Barnes.
Aaron Barnes. Okay, looks like you are a member of Candlekeep and can enter. As for your companions, do you have what are their names, and have they already paid the entrance fee?
No. I will introduce each of them one by one. And as I do so, I will hand them a book as well.
Okay,
Can I try to give him my erotic poetry book first?
Sure.
Okay, buddy. Roll luck for me.
Oh.
He'll take the book and look at it and read its title, and then he'll hold his book out in front of him, and you'll see that the pages move on their own. And as he looks down, he goes, "I am sorry, we actually already have this volume of this book," and he'll hand it back to you.
Wait, do you have volume 3?
Roll luck.
They have volume 3 first edition signed.
They do not have volume 3.
Oh no.
Oh wait, wait. You wanted volume 3. Okay. They do have volume 3. Sorry. I misunderstood.
Oh,
That.
they do.
Okay, I misunderstood that. That's funny. So what books are you presenting, baby?
I'm gonna hand the 3 of the books for evil rites and ceremonies.
Yeah, they don't have any of those, so that's easy enough. Okay, you are without yeah, with after they do the same thing for each of them. They take the book, they inspect it to make sure there's nothing nefarious with the book itself. And then they like hold their book aloft, and you notice with all 3 of those pages on the book don't move at all.
Mm-hmm.
You are the priest at the door, the avowed, as they're called, priests of the avowed. They will take all 3 of the other party members' names. So what name do you give him?
For the party?
No, he asks the individual. So he asks Naru, Billy, and Bjorn their names. Like he
Oh.
Yeah, he after you give him the book, he interfaces with each person individually.
Naruzilla.
No, he's not talking to you.
Sorry.
He is talking to Naru. Naru, what is your name?
Oh, Narizula.
Okay, he'll write that down. He'll walk up to Billy and ask for her name as well.
The book, and also I have this flyer. Who joined?
I
The bot.
put the bot back.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, what?
I'm Billy Lurk. Here's the book, and here's a flyer.
Billy Lick. Here's the book, and here's a flyer.
Lurk.
Okay, he'll write down Billy Lurk. He'll take. He was already handed the book from Baby.
Oh, okay.
But he'll.
Yeah, I was trying to hand the book and then introduce per book.
Roll luck.
Got it. Me? Okay.
Yeah. Roll luck at disadvantage, actually.
Oh, okay. Rolling 2 dice.
Yeah.
Well, on one die I rolled a 19.
Oh, what'd you roll on the second one, though?
A 3.
Okay, with your total being?
My luck is just a roll.
Fantastic.
How can you have luck at disadvantage? It is luck.
Yeah. Well, he'll take the flyer from you, and look it over, and he does the normal thing. It's a piece of documented information. So, even with that, he takes it and he closes his eyes and he lets the book open, and it like flips to the end, and you notice at this point the pages turn black as it's flipping through them, and it stops, and he looks down and he goes, "Oh dear. Your circus, you said?"
Well, I didn't say it was mine actually this time. I just showed him that I
Okay.
also have this flyer.
Yeah, he'll go, "Oh dear. Where did you get this document?"
The circus.
You went to the circus? You heard of the circus?
Oh, I'm from the circus.
Oh.
Alright, we're not getting into Candlekeep.
Just
Guys,
to clarify, you are Billy Lurk from the Circus of Raktos.
She glances nervously at the others.
Your nods.
Yeah? Like, what's wrong with... Is there something wrong with that? Like, I haven't been back there in a long time now. I left to go exploring and find the adventure and stuff.
Roll persuasion.
Okay. She's very confused.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this? I need to roll that again. That was cock. Okay. 21.
You see him like squint his eyes really hard at you. And then he'll turn around to his other colleagues, and they'll in a hushed whisper talk amongst each other. And
there some...
he'll come back. If it were not for your accompanying of a scholar of Candlekeep, your entry would be barred. But since your relation to the circus seems only an origin, could you hold out your hand, please?
I do vouch.
Billy Lurk, could you hold out your hand, please?
Okay.
And he'll
hold out her hand.
Yeah, he'll place his tome covered down. He'll place his tome covered down. There it is, beautiful. Look at this pretty tome. Let me get a picture of this. He will, yeah, there. It's a pretty tome, isn't it? He'll place it covered down on top of like your hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's slight burning sensation. And as he pulls it away, the mark is like very lightly pressed into the skin. So, this is a magical ward that will fade as you leave the premises of Candlekeep.
Okay.
We will allow you entry in this regard, but are hesitant with letting in cult members. So.
Cult members?
Cult is a religious definition of a religious following with fewer than so many members. And I'll give the name. Like that's the actual definition of a cult.
Okay. Yeah,
stereotypically, they're seen as a negative thing because of the negative feedback they have received for certain brainwashing tactics and other unnecessary tactics of kidnapping.
Are you just continuing on in character?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Billy looks kind of
He's
affronted.
given the literally definition of cults and the relation of cults in religion.
Yeah.
Billy looks affronted, but is smart enough to know to keep her mouth shut right now.
Generally speaking, those who follow and worship a demon are known for more chaotic and unpredictable actions, and we just want to ensure the security of the library.
Oh yeah, no, sure thing. I'm not gonna do anything to your books.
Were you lying?
No.
Okay.
I promise.
So that is me as the DM asking you, were you lying?
No, she's not lying.
Okay.
She doesn't have any plans right now to do anything to the books.
Which is fine. So I will say as a measure, if you try, if effectively all this ward does is it glows bright red if you lie to an avowed priest or have the thought to steal a book. That is all it does. So as long as you don't lie to them, and I'll just let you know this, like, so because I trust you to roleplay that out and just say it starts glowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you lie to an avowed priest, so one of the people carrying around this book, it will glow bright red. And if you have the thought to steal a book, and that is more like you start planning out how you're going to steal it. What are those things called? The wandering thoughts. That's not enough to just be like, oh, I wonder if I could steal that book, right? But it's like when you start meticulously planning the action to steal it is when it would start glowing
Okay,
red.
if I just slip this in my pocket and
Right. That would start to glow red. But if it's just like, oh, I could take that, that's fine. But it's when you start actively making thoughts towards taking it that it will start to glow.
Yeah, no, she wasn't lying. She doesn't have any plans right now to mess with the books.
Yep, fantastic. Okay. And then finally he will go up to Bjorn. Your name, sir?
Hi, I'm Bjorn, and I wave.
Do you have a last name, Bjorn?
Bjorn is my name.
Bjorn or just Bjorn?
Just Bjorn.
Just Bjorn. Okay. Okay. Well, please enjoy your stay at Candlekeep. Please be aware that Candlekeep holds the preservation of knowledge above all else, and anyone found to be desecrating or destroying said information we hold so dear will be severely punished and removed from the premises.
How punished? What's the punishment?
It depends on the actions. They all, like, when you say that, they all just slowly turn to look at you.
I'm just curious.
They look at, like, as soon as you say I'm just curious, all of their eyes immediately dart to your hand.
She's just curious.
Well, in the worst case, imprisonment or death is not out of question. But generally, thieves and those who destroy single items of literature are permanently banned from the library, unless they can do something to make up for such offense.
Oh, you were gonna start like going into like tortures and stuff. So I'm like, that's not that bad.
No, we're scholars, not cultists.
She again just like narrows her eyes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Come on, Billy.
Okay.
Welcome to Candlekeep. And as he says that, with just like you all from behind have a cinematic gust of wind as the doors open before you, and the large sprawling castle city is before you.
Wow.
I will immediately start heading into the courtyard.
Yeah.
With beyond the front gate.
Billy strides through and like smiles and waves at the the people.
Yeah,
As
you
he goes
you
in.
see a lot of errands, if that makes sense. A lot of like scholarly robed individuals carrying way too many books. Most of them walking while reading. Many talking. Like it's actually far and few between to see someone not actively holding / reading a book.
Were they not concerned about like our weapons or anything?
Nope.
Okay. So Cinefex wasn't flagged either.
Nope.
Cool. Just curious.
I think so. Let me check.
So remind me, DM, is it straight to the actual keep itself, or it's also the city here once we first walk in?
Yeah, so Candlekeep is the castle city itself.
Mm-hmm.
So there are libraries. There is the.
I know there's the like main keep itself. There's like the general keep of like this is where visitors and just people that want knowledge kind of come, and then there's like the deeper catacombs of special important things and like the actual protected shit.
So yeah, there's as you enter through the gate, you do see a large emerald door directly across the courtyard to like a larger keep, which you know to be the entrance to the main point of the inner ward. But generally speaking, that is for like clergy of the Great Library itself.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be quite an exception for anyone outside of a Candlekeep member to be allowed through the door.
As we're walking in, I'm going to be kind of just like pointing out, like that building is for this, that building is for that. That's what those emerald doors are, and kind of going into my kind of going in a little bit into like a tour guide mode. Since like this is his like what he's fucking happy about.
Yeah, he's able to point out like there's a bath and steam house. There's a granary here, a smithy and stables. There's something called the House of Rest, the Hearth, the House of the Binders. There's an outfitters, and then I'm trying to think of the and what he calls the pillars of pedagogy, which are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cylindrical towers on the northern side of this courtyard that Aaron could very easily describe to you as grand libraries open to anyone who brings a book to Candlekeep.
So
Aaron,
yes.
what
Yeah?
was that?
What was what?
What was all that
this-
about? I'm not in a
The
cult.
towers? Well, by literary definition, you are.
Well, I mean, okay, even if I am, what's so bad about that?
Cults have a very strong negative view on them from the general populace due to a lot of them using very underhanded tactics to control people.
Okay, but mine doesn't do that. But also like
Does it?
you're aren't all of these people super smart like you? So like you guys should know that my religion is fine. Right?
Well,
Kind
you
of
do
rude of
hurt
them
and
to
torture
disrespect-
people.
I mean, it's all consensual.
Is it?
Make a deception check.
I mean, it's consent.
No, you cannot argue
You would
that.
know.
Make a deception
Yeah,
check.
I mean, I think she believes that it's consensual. Everyone's taking place in this, like, everyone who's actually a member of her religion does believe that, like, the pain and stuff is part of life and brings you, like, helps you realize the benefits of life and
So
all that stuff.
Billy understands the definition of the word consensual, though, and she may rectify in her own mind that anyone who's like, no, I don't want to do that, they're mistaken in their belief. But like, if you held a gun to her head, she could not, in a zone of truth, say that she fully believed everything to be consensual for their better good. Yes, in bettering them 100%. But
fair enough. She doesn't believe she's lying.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20.
I mean, yeah, you and everyone else around you believes that it's consensual.
Yeah, that would be a 30 for deception.
Yeah.
But also, does her hand glow?
Yeah. Well, no, because Aaron is not a member of the Avowed. But
I want
Yeah.
to roll insight to see if I beat that deception check.
oh yeah, do it, bud. What did you get?
4.
Oh, you actually. I'm not gonna make that rolling. I've only ever done it on negative numbers, where someone rolls so abysmal on an insight, and someone rolled so exceptionally well on a persuasion that the person doesn't believe them anyway.
Wait, let me roll.
They are telling
I
the
mean, I
truth.
rolled
Like,
lower.
it's-
I rolled a 7.
It's like perception with insight onto perception is like, no, I don't believe you.
Alright,
Yeah.
I would have gotten a -2 if I had disadvantage on my second roll.
Yeah. I love that. But I've only ever done it once because it's only ever happened once. But it was literally like a 34 versus a -3. And I was like, honestly, it was a deception. I was like, honestly, you don't believe them, and nothing will make you believe them. You are so inside your own head about not believing them. No one could convince you otherwise.
But yeah, no, I think that also makes sense because she also is kind of lying to herself.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely take that. Okay. You are in the court of Candlekeep, though. The outer court of Candlekeep. The outer ward, I guess I should say, of Candlekeep.
And to continue that, sorry, train of thought.
Yeah.
Like, it's all consensual, and we don't burn books. It's not like we torture books. Like, what am I gonna do to the books?
They're also concerned about because there is a chaotic nature to Rakdos himself, which makes him unpredictable.
No, isn't it
And it's
just the coolest?
we like predictability. That's why we study and research.
Boring.
So unpredictability, in a way, is kind of goes against almost what we do.
Okay.
Adds for another level of concern on their part.
I'm gonna be honest, because I've been going over this in my head. I think it's specifically because it's Rakdos. I like, obviously other cults would get flagged as well, but like Rakdos is a chaos demon. Like, I was thinking, and I was like, would they be upset at like a cult of Orcust member? Honestly, probably not. Like, they don't want, like, the cult
Yeah,
of
they
Orcust.
received books of Orcus, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Where did you
I'll
get
take
these?
that.
No,
Oh.
I'm not
Oh,
even gonna
thanks,
question
pal.
this."
Well, thanks,
But
bud.
a flyer for Rakdos.
Yeah. That's a step too far, Missy.
So Aaron is gonna kind of nerd out a little bit, and go like full tour guide and take his time to discuss the buildings of this entire area. And I would like to roll a history check just to see how extensive of his knowledge is.
Roll at advantage.
Okay, 20. That's with a 10.
So at relative agnosium, Aaron goes on and on and on about the brickwork of this building. So it was originally done in whatever period of time by this sculptor who was also a great writer, but then later redone by the level of detail he's giving about each of these buildings is
It's he's getting very enthusiastic about because of the architectural significance of using another type of brickwork and why it is more defensive, but also how it is more like he's not talking about how good defensive it is, just how ingenious it is.
I'd like to roll something to see if I can stay awake.
Sure. Roll Constitution. You're good.
Okay.
He will pass over the tavern briefly,
Actually,
but do point out that there is a tavern.
roll Charisma, Aaron. Let's start with that one first.
Just pure charisma.
Yeah, pure charisma. Yeah.
A 4.
It's exactly what I expected his whole spiel to be. So imagine a long speech ad nauseum about history of a place with a charisma of 4. Okay. But yeah, the tavern is pointed out to all of you. I think it's called the Hearth.
The House of Rest. Well, there's the Hearth, which is like the eating hall, and then the House of Rest, which is like the tavern.
What kind of ale do they have here?
I imagine they actually would have pretty good ale, because studying what's the actual scientific term for like making like beer?
Distillery.
Distilling, or like
Yeah,
a
so
distiller,
they,
that is a science.
So they wouldn't have grog, which is kind of you just mash up a bunch of fruit and let it ferment. But they would have like a fine selection of liquors and wines.
It's like beer in itself is a science to it.
Yeah, 100%.
So they would have like
Or mead.
dwarven
They
ale.
would have mead.
Yeah, mead ale.
But they would have like wines. There on the door you see something of new IPA. Yeah.
Okay, so what you're saying is it's boring beer. 'Cause
No,
the
it's
good
flavorful beer.
The best beer just gets you drunk really fast. You don't care what it tastes like.
Is that wrong?
This is why people drink Bud Light.
Can we go get some before we finish this tour?
I'm gonna
Are
need
you
it.
guys getting thirsty and like hungry and stuff?
Yeah,
I guess I
definitely
have been.
thirsty.
I have been kind of talking for a while, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, we can go do that.
Okay.
Give
yeah.
me your cheapest beer, please.
It is. It's called Voodoo Ranger.
Yeah, I'm just chugging
It's like
it.
a 13.5 IPA. Like it's
Yeah, no idea what any of that means. I'm just chugging it.
it's really hoppy on the top end, but like it'll get you there.
Yeah. Getting there is what I'm going for.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do in Candlekeep?
Yeah, I can show you guys around today, and then tomorrow I can turn in the books if you want. And then we can once I do that, then we can. That's all I wanted to do here.
Turn in books.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Is it the books that you handed out before, or is it different books?
No, those are some of the simpler books. Some of these are special books that I want to give to my my mentor.
Ah. Okay.
If I
Or, like,
wanted
my
to,
contact.
if I wanted to find out information about stuff, but I don't want to be judged about that information, where would I go? Or who would I go to? Or how would I ask about it? Because I feel like everyone's just gonna judge me.
I don't judge you, Billy.
Thank you.
Aaron, you could tell her going to the Pillars of Pedagogy. I mean, that is how you would research anything. You would just tell them the subject and depending on what it was, they would direct you to a different tower, and then you know, in that tower there would be someone who could direct you towards like a specific entity. Though specifically, Aaron, I think the concept of being judged for wanting to research something is just not even there for you. Like, I don't even think that's something you can think of, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you would go to one of the towers, and that's where a lot of like kind of the public knowledge is.
Okay. Would you go with me? Or someone go with me? I don't trust these people. They don't like me.
Yeah. As you are all kind of sitting around the table, Bjorn's chugging his third Voodoo Ranger.
Yep.
It's not
course.
hitting as hard as that mead did the other day. One second. Yeah, you hear well, baby, you tell me, what instrument do they hear start getting played from the corner of the room?
I believe it's a lute.
Okay.
Would be typically what it would be most commonly played here,
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah, so the minstrels of a lute. Hey, how about that? Lute music playing. The minstrels of a lute start picking up, and your attention is somewhat what's the word? Captured
Drawn.
by a Haragon bard in the corner of the bar. Baby, if you would like to describe Moxie.
Yeah, so this is they're a small-sized herringon with kind of like a tannish fur all over them. A number of odds and trinkets hanging on all over them. Of just like miscellaneous things. Very colorful robes, or like a very colorful cloak, sorry, hanging off of them, dangling from the back, and a very lovely carved lute as well. They have a green like handkerchief hanging around their neck. And little brown spots around their shoulders and head.
Okie dokie. Sorry, one second. If you want to post a picture of Moxie, I also put the character sheet in everyone's journal, so you can click on it now. You should be able to.
Clicky clack.
Okay. Anyway, your attention, like Tari said, is drawn to the corner of the room where a short rabbit folk is playing a lute.
Is
Aaron
it a
does not pay them.
recognizable song?
Roll art history. Make a wisdom check.
Just straight wisdom or history? Because history is in.
Yeah, let's go history. History is fine.
All right, I have it. Okay.
You
I was
know,
gonna say I have a chance.
music's not ever really been your strong suit.
All right, I'm gonna walk over and start singing one of the dwarf songs.
Okay. Make a performance check for me first.
All right. 3.
Even better. To say something is off, like, off rhythm and off tune is an understatement. It's, courageous to say the least. But yeah, as you go out there and you start pelting away at the old dwarvish folk song, it is intermitted by a lot of oh, there once was or that came from the mine, and like you're chugging through it, you're plowing through the song, but you keep forgetting lines and just stopping mid verse to think of them. It clashes, to say the least, with the music.
Yeah. Nice.
I clap for Bjorn.
Thank you.
I think
bet
the music would definitely try to fit with Bjorn.
Roll performance for Moxie for me. It would be with the loot, so that would actually have advantage.
You rolled a
There's literally
1 and a 20. Jesus
So
Christ.
yeah, it's the music quickly shifts, right? As Bjorn starts singing, this small rabbit folk picks up on the song he's trying to sing, and trying is gracious, to say the least, and quickly switches to that tempo, and realizing that he's struggling through the song himself, actually starts like anticipating where he might get caught up on a verse and like slows the song down to like give him that breathing room to find it. Make another performance check for me, Bjorn, with advantage.
Can I go?
Woo!
Okay then. Never
darn.
mind.
We're going for 20s here.
Yeah. With that, like, it's about 30-45 seconds of genuinely just a crime against music. Before, you know, with the assistance of the tempo shift, right? The music change. That it all clicks for you, Bjorn. You know this song, and you give a you know, true to even language rendition of some old diggy hole song.
I do know Dwarvish, so
Yeah. Yeah, true to language. That's what I said.
yeah.
We came from the mines from under the sea, mined all the coal away from thee. It was quite spicy, as you can see. I'm a fucking dwarf. Yeah, you sing a dwarf shanty. It's quite good. Very nice. Anything else anyone would like to do?
Billy's like was about to try and jump in and salvage this with her performance, and then was like, "Oh, guess I don't have to."
But you can if you want to join in.
You can dance.
Roll performance.
Okay.
We're giving a performance here.
Yeah, she'll do acrobatic movements. You know, her standard circus performance.
Yeah. Give me a roll with advantage.
I'll prove that my circus is not evil. I mean, it is evil, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it being evil. That is a... Where's my performance? There's my performance. It's plus 10, so 28.
Oh, wait, sorry, it cut out right at the end. What was it?
Plus 10, so 28.
Yeah, so, you know the Russian, like, kick dancing, if that makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah, you start busting that out. It's quite good. With the perfect pronunciations and cadence and style of Bjorn's rendition of "I am a dwarf, diggy hole," and
Yes,
your
yes.
perfect or near perfect choreography. You all give quite a jovial and dwarven inspired performance in this very bookish tavern.
Can I use prestidigitation to like add effects to make it look cooler?
Of course, roll just roll wisdom with advantage. Fuck it. Roll religion with advantage, that one. Yeah. Yeah, as the performance finishes, through a combination of like prestidigitation and thaumaturgy, thaumaturgy allowing you to open and close doors and windows, it seems as though the building itself claps for them. Very nice.
We'll bow.
Billy will pull a hat out of her bag and start passing it around.
You see, yeah, people put in a couple copper or a couple silver here and there. We'll say you got 7 copper and 3 silver.
I like how much that matters in our massive amount of wealth.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
Aaron
Yeah.
will just be enjoying a drink, and not doing much right now. Imagine the tour around kind of took a good portion of the day.
Yeah.
Nice lute playing. Is that a lute? I think it's a lute. Pretty sure it's a lute. Nice lute playing.
Like,
Nobody wants to respond to Bjorn talking to the bard. Okay.
I don't know.
Does Moxie respond?
I wasn't letting you play them.
Oh no, it's your character. I'm not fucking with that shit. No, that's you.
Oh my gosh.
That's you, baby.
I was gonna
Yes,
wait
no.
for that. I don't want to play 2 characters at the same time.
I'll be Aaron then. Don't you worry, bud.
Oh no.
Wait, that seems unfair. The baby wants.
Wait, if you're gonna be Aaron, can you also be Bjorn?
I hate you so much. I really don't like taking people's characters. I want you to personify them.
I'll be honest, I kind of was gonna wait to introduce this character,
Oh.
like, fully.
Yeah, okay.
Just have her run off then.
She runs off. Haha! Absconding with the cap of money. Mark the money off. She took it. I don't put
Oh. No, I already put the money in my character sheet. I'm not taking it off.
You'll get it back later. I don't know, man.
Anyways, Aaron, as I was saying before, can you show me how to get to the pillars and who to ask and make sure they don't judge me for what I'm asking about?
Yeah. I can do that.
I'll walk over to Naru. I guess she didn't want to talk.
It's okay. Maybe your amazing singing made her nervous.
Oh, thank you for the compliment.
Naru goes back to drinking.
I'll go back to drinking too.
Okay. Alright, Billy and Aaron head over to the Pillars of Pedagogy, or however you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So, is there like a receptionist?
yeah, so it's a there's a gate that leads to these walkways that go to all these different towers. And at that gate is a clergy who is effectively sitting there with a stack of books beside them, just reading. And as you walk up, they look up and go, "Hello, how can I direct your inquiry?"
Yes.
will- Just you're at.
Yes, I was wanting to find information about deities.
Okay. So you're looking for information on the Divine. That should be Tower 8. And they should be able to direct you from there on your specific deity.
And would demon lords be included there too?
Demon Lords? No, they'll be in Tower 12.
Specifically the worship and following of demon lords. And
Cult Fanatici. Okay, that is in Tower 14.
She grits her teeth. That's all so very separated.
Yes, well, we are specific in our organization. So if you're looking for information on a divine deity, those are, like I said, in Tower 8. If you're looking for specific information on the Demon Lords and their different layers of rule in the Abyss, that will be Tower 12. And the general ongoings of the cults surrounding those Demon Lords is in Tower 14.
Okay. So stuff about the Raven Lady would be with the divine things.
The Raven Queen.
Yeah, right.
Yes, she's the goddess that rules over death and can be found in Tower 8.
And what about death? Okay.
Death. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know much about her, but and stuff about people sprouting wings or spider legs.
You see him like try to process what you just said?
We have a lot to research from our travels.
Is the wings in relation to the Raven Queen?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Spider legs are not a characteristic of the Raven Queen, however.
Okay. So basically looking for stuff about the Raven Queen, stuff about people sprouting wings, stuff about people sprouting spider legs, stuff about stuff about the worship of demon lords, and stuff about talking swords.
Okay. So stuff about the Raven Queen, Tower 8. Can facilitate that desire.
Write this down. Where did my pen go? I'll just type it.
Okay. Stuff about the Raven Queen will be found in Tower 8. Stuff about sprouting wings, I don't know where to direct you. Maybe Tower 1, Arcane Mutations? Stuff about sprouting spider legs could also be arcane mutations in Tower 1, or it could have something to do with Lolth. There are drow rituals that involve turning someone into a spider.
Who's Lolth?
Lolth is Spider Queen.
Oh, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Right. She's a demon lord, so that would be found in Tower 12. Talking swords! Okay. A talking sword would also be in Tower 1 of sentient arcane instruments, I would assume.
Okay, she's scribbling this down.
Yeah, I believe that covered all of the inquiries you were looking towards.
Yeah, the stuff about the following of Demon Lords, that was also at Tower 12 with the Lolth stuff.
Following Demon Lords, like the worship thereof?
Yeah.
No, that is in Tower 14 with Cult Fanatics.
14.
So
Okay.
the general ongoings of those who worship Demon Lords is in the separate tower.
But stuff about, say, Lolth or I don't know, Rakdos would be in Tower 12?
Yes, there are specific implications on the grand scale, as well as the domains and their general portfolios that they presume over would be in Tower 12.
Okay, and have you ever heard of the name Cinefex?
No?
Okay, just checking.
Okay.
You seem like a really smart person, so.
I take my job very seriously.
I think that's everything. Yeah.
Would he not inquire further about Cinefex if he takes his job very seriously?
No. I mean, I guess he would say, I can't help you unless you give me, like, further explanation, but, like, the name Cinefex doesn't ring a bell to him, and that's what she asked.
Where would we find information on possible sentient items?
Right, so sentient items would, like I said, be in Tower 1 under Sentient Arcane Instruments.
Yeah, I have that written.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, looks like you have quite a bit of studying upon both of you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yeah. And she like smiles and gives him a thumbs up, which would definitely show that she has a mark on her hand.
Oh yeah, fucking would. Honestly though, the thing with the symbol is you don't have any clear intentions of stealing anything, and you look genuinely excited. So he doesn't care.
Cool. Who do they normally give those symbols? Or she'll ask Aaron, I guess. Aaron, who do they normally give these symbols to? Gesturing to her hand.
I can answer that question. You would know.
Yeah.
Criminals.
He would say people that they would have a possibility of not trusting.
Me? How could they not trust me already?
Your relation to a god of chaos, or a lord of chaos, I mean.
No, you can call him a god. That's like, oh, thank you. Silence.
In
Slight
before
correction.
we have a third cleric in our party in a minute.
Slight correction. He actually would have, for information on Lolth, directed you to both Tower 12 and Tower 8, because Lolth is actually a divine being who is also a demon lord.
She's both. Oh, that's super cool.
Yes.
How did she manage that?
I haven't had the chance to ask her.
Well, I mean, I figured you might have studied it. I don't know.
No, my general studies are on the ecological effects of fiendish beings, and devils more specifically.
Oh, so not demons.
Right.
Well, thank you. I guess we can go in order of, because we've got 1, 8, 12, and 18. Were you looking for anything in particular, Aaron?
I wanted to research the Raven Queen for you.
Oh, well, that would be Tower 8, so I guess we could start there and look up Raven Queen and potentially Lolth to see if there's anything about spider leg sprouting. I wonder if they have any pictures of them. Yeah, let's go to Tower 8.
Okay. So yeah, you walk across along the very lovely and nicely paved brick path towards Tower 8, and upon entry, you actually, like, there is another person in shockingly similar appearance, giant stack of books sitting there quietly reading, and they look up and they go, "Hello, welcome to Tower 8. Can I direct you anywhere in particular?"
Yeah, we're looking for... Oh, sorry, you can talk, Aaron.
The Raven Queen.
The Raven Queen, okay. So, information on the Raven Queen would be in Section 4, the Shadowfell and its divine individuals.
Section 4. And what about stuff about Lolth?
Lolth would be in Section 8, on the 666th layer of the Abyss and its denizens.
Thank you.
And you see beside them, there are these, like, it's effectively, you walk inside and there is a desk, and then behind the desk are two doors that have this, like, shimmering thing, if that makes sense. Like, the air is kind of shimmering beside it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I can help you with anything else, feel free to come back and ask.
Will do. So I guess section 4 first, that's before 8.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, as we're walking up there, you know, these guys are so much nicer than those guys
As
at
you
the
pass
gate,
through the doorway, all sound ceases,
including my talking.
including your talking. The past that checkpoint, the tower is under a permanent silent spell. I literally just read that in the book.
I think she is going to just assume this is Cinefex again,
Mm-hmm.
and just yell at him in her mind, like, "Come on, what did I say this time?
What? I wasn't paying attention.
Give me back my voice."
I didn't take your voice.
Then why
Aaron
can't I
will
talk?
write a little note on a piece of paper, like in a journal, and just be like,
I actually
You can't
imagine
talk
there would be slate boards beside the doors as well that Aaron just subconsciously grabbed as you were walking in, because he is keenly aware that there is no sound beyond the doorways.
"Oh yeah."
So you write
I'll
that.
just scribble, no talking is allowed in here. Like, no talking allowed in here.
She nods. Realization over her face.
Well,
Did
back
you
to
end
my
it?
reading.
What are you reading?
People's minds.
Oh, get anything good?
I mean, yes, but good in a different way.
What does that mean?
You're too young to understand.
I don't like you.
That's mean.
She kind of just, because she's just been standing there talking to her sword in her head,
Mhm.
and then she just kind of like shakes her head and then walks towards section 4.
No worries. Yeah, I mean, it is, so, again, this is a massive library, right? It's probably 6 to 8 stories tall. All of the walls are lined with books. All of the, there are then in the center bookshelves, independent of that, multiple floors, like, this place is fucking massive. Sorry for the sound, I'm doing the dishes real quick. Okay, done with that. But yeah, so, but there are signage of sorts that can help locate you to the respective area. So, are you guys splitting up or staying together?
Staying together.
Yeah, and I'll write down like explicitly what I'm looking for, which is like images, boons, dreams, wings,
Okay.
ravens. Like raven magic, like because of my phantom magic.
Yeah, both of you
Yep.
make investigation checks for me.
Okay.
Aaron with advantage.
If I have a... No, it's just checked, so I just... That's 18.
18, okay. Sorry, remind me again what you're looking for?
Images of her, like pictures,
Mhm.
things about boons or gifts, wings, magic powers that like where you're throwing raven things everywhere. Did I say wings? I think I said wings. Dreams.
Yeah, so Aaron is able to find an assortment of books that speak on possible boons. It's a general, it's very general to say that a lot of gods communicate through dreams. and finding depictions of the Raven Queen as given by other people's accounts is also fairly easy to find. Some boons that Aaron finds include like extended life. But beyond that, he doesn't find much else. In regards to you, you do find books on like clerical powers given to those who worship the Raven Queen, generally in the more realm of necromancy, with some depiction of Raven iconography in the spellcasting. I think that covered most of what you asked.
Yeah. Wings, because she wants to figure out, like, how is she sprouting wings? And also, do the images look like my dreams?
Yes. Yeah. Like, not
Double check.
exact, right? Some there are differences. You know, and it would be very like easy to expect there to be something that talked about how one person views a god who visits them genuinely differs from person to person. Like the same god who visits two different people can be depicted in two different ways, as that person like processes the raw divine visage in front of them. Yeah, I would say with those roles, that's about all you find.
So I have a question.
So nothing
It's
about
just a
wings.
general question that I could have asked before.
Yeah, what's up?
Just out of curiosity.
Mhm.
So I guess you can take books out of these towers, but you cannot take them out of Candlekeep?
You cannot take them out of the towers. There are tables where you can study in the towers, but no books are allowed to leave the towers.
Okay. What about all the books that people are carrying around outside?
Probably personal.
Those are just
property.
their books?
Probably.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's their books,
Just-
or I would imagine they have permission.
Yeah,
or
I
they're
would
essentially
say
scholars, like denizens here.
I would say yeah, scholars and denizens of the Candlekeep are given greater discretion in the movement of books that make a lot of sense. So yeah, I would say for a normal visitor, someone who is not a part of Candlekeep's infrastructure, the removal of a book from the tower is off limits. But if Aaron could borrow books as long as he does not leave Candlekeep with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That would make sense. Okay. Is there anything else in this section that you'd like to look for?
Did they find anything about wings? So
Yeah, again, a lot of like with an 18, I just don't think it's enough for that such specificity.
that's fine.
Yeah, I there definitely is imagery. Like some people describe clerics of the Raven Queen when casting the fly spell seem to sprout wings that fade as the divine magic washes over them, almost like a cloak of wings enveloping them and giving them that flight. But nothing that like talks about physical wings.
Yeah, nothing like what I've got.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, where to next?
Section 8 for Lulth.
Okay. Both of you again, investigation check. And then
Yeah.
let me know what you're looking for.
Images, because I want to know if this lady I've been talking to is her.
Mhm.
And spider leg sprouting.
Honestly, you can probably just tell me what you're looking for, because Aaron rolled a natural 20 for 27. So,
Yeah.
what are you looking for?
Those two things. It's not much about Lulth right now.
Okay.
Or stuff about deals. That would be good.
Yeah, so
a
in
deal.
terms of imagery, a lot. There's a lot. You know, Lulth is an evil god, or portrayed as an evil god, worshipped by the Drow race in general. In terms of spiders sprouting out of people, there is talks on a rite that people can go through. Here, give me 1 second. I don't remember what they're called.
Oh, Cinefex has talked about her being his person. So stuff about Cinefex as well.
Give me 1 second. Driders. So you find talk of a ritual to create something called a Drider, which is a female drow who is turned into effectively imagine a giant spider, but the head is replaced with the upper torso of a drow.
Isn't it really the males that are turned into driders?
Nope, it's females. Being a Drider is a honor. I think males can get turned into just spiders, but the drow are a matriarchal society, so.
No, I've read so many of the Drist books.
I mean, the images I'm looking at all have female drow, and that is what is coming to my mind, because I know...
That's alright, I could be thinking wrong.
Yeah, I just know that's a picture that,
But yeah, the transformation was typically a punishment for failing a test of Lolth.
How about that? Anyway.
Anyways.
Anywho's. Yeah, so... What was the other thing you asked about? You asked about spider legs, and then what?
The
Depiction.
Cinefex.
Oh, Cinefex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinefex deals and images.
No, the name Cinefex doesn't bring anything up, no. Yeah, there wouldn't be any... Yeah, there wouldn't be anything on Cinefex.
Not in this tower, at least, I imagine.
Maybe. Again, it's so... A creature's name, right? They have to be of great renown to be written about. So, almost everything...
Isn't Cinefex also the name of the sword?
Nope. Sword is
Oh.
called Silken Spite.
Oh. Do I know that?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'd look for that. It's been so long.
Yeah,
I see.
you're
It's
good,
been
you're
so
good.
long.
You're good. Yeah, so, one second. So, Baby would very easily, not easily, difficult, lot of digging, but, find reference to, something called Silken Spite. It's talked about being where's the heart? A artifact created by Lolth herself and bestowed upon a champion. And it would mention that a catalyst for its creation was one of a very high-ranking Yaklul that worshipped the Spider Queen. And then it would probably give reference to Tower 1.
Cool.
Yeah. Like, it would give, like, a brief history of the weapon itself, but, like, any specifics would be in Tower 1. If there were any.
Is it just like an asterisk at the bottom of the page?
Well,
For more
there's probably some level of like magic margin writing that doesn't actually damage the book that scholars themselves have left like sprawled upon thousands of these books. Where it's like arcane writing on the margins where it doesn't actually do anything to the book itself, but reference to key things like that would just be pointed out where it's like, oh yeah, Tower 1 is probably best to get better information on this. I don't know, it's magic. Okay, anything else?
While we're there and just kind of like studying through things, at some point Aaron is just going to write a little note on his thing and pass it over to Billy, and it just says, "I'm sorry."
Then he stabs her.
That's it.
Okay. Billy, do you respond to it at all? Or?
She'll give you a hug.
Go
That's
hug
what-
back, and then go back to studying.
To cut back to the other two, is there anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go ask about information on Goliaths getting taller or just getting taller in general, and I want to research various things about giants. Maybe different weapons they had, or
Okay.
different magics they used and stuff.
Okay.
So I want to go talk to the guy about it.
Okay. And then Naru, would you join him or would you do your own thing?
I want to try to find the erotic poetry books.
Okay. So you both head over to the Pillars of Pedagogy. There is the
Yeah.
same distinguished gentleman sitting at a desk, and he looks up to both of you. Hello, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm looking on information about giants and Goliaths increasing their size.
Okay. So, for giants, I would reference you to Tower 3.
3.
In the
Okay.
general, just giant section.
Can you point me in that direction?
Yeah, there's signage around.
Oh, okay.
And then as for Goliaths getting larger, I would possibly check Tower 1 under Arcane Mutations.
So 3 and 1. What about, would 3 also include various weapons that giants had? Or magics?
Okay, so for weapons that giants have, I would also direct you towards Tower 1 for arcane instruments, and for runage, Tower 2 for ancient giant magic.
Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Got
Yeah.
it.
Would be my recommendations for you.
Thank you.
Okay? And can I help you, ma'am?
I'm looking for the fully illustrated erotic poetry books.
Okay, that would be Tower 69, right over there.
I thought there were only 12 towers.
Wait, how many
This
towers
one's
did
a
I say there
special
were?
one.
How many towers did I say there were? Because I gave you Tower 14 as one of them, so...
Oh yeah.
let
Oh
me...
yeah, Tower 18 was one of them. Never mind, I have no idea.
No, there were 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There are supposed to be... there are as many as I say there are, and as you look around, Bunny, it's actually technically Tower 15. It just has 15 scribbled out, and it says 69, and there's a nice beside it.
I wouldn't expect that from these scholarly people.
Anywho, anything in particular you're looking for at Tower 15, or?
I just want to look through the volumes of the fully illustrated erotic poetry books.
Okay, well that would very obviously be in the fully illustrated erotic poetry section. So, if there's anything else I can help you with, feel free to come back. Adieu!
I'll go off to Tower 1 because it's the one that was mentioned the most.
For you, Bunny, just because that one's fast, whatever you could dream of is here. It is stacked, to say the least. There are actually 6 volumes of that 2-volume set that you have, and they have all 6.
I need to get my own copies.
Okay. And then for you, Bjorn, you said you wanted to head to Tower 1 first.
Yeah, because it's the one that was said the most, and I probably won't remember the rest of them.
Okay. Yeah, so you head over, like I had described before, there is a front desk with 2 shimmering doors beyond the desk, and a person looks up and goes, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Hi, I'm looking for information on giant weapons and magics.
Okay. For giant weapons, I would look towards arcane instruments, specifically in that on giant runage and giant rune weapons. For giant magic, that's going to be Tower 2.
Oh, okay. What about Goliaths increasing their size?
That would... Ooh. Arcane mutations, maybe? I would possibly check arcane mutations.
Okay, and then I'll go through the doors.
Yeah. It's completely silent, like I had stated before. Where do you want to head first? Arcane mutation.
Do I notice the silence?
Yeah, it's an eerie silence, right? Like we're used to sound as just people. The
Sure.
complete lack thereof is jostling.
Sure, but I also didn't ever notice Aaron talking in my head ever.
That's fair.
Mhm.
It just got real quiet. You know, it's a library. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm gonna go research information on giant weapons.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
I'm good at this. 13.
Yeah, there are a lot of mentions on weapons that the giants have crafted, some being made of storm steel, frost steel, lava steel, which are effectively specific metals that have magic properties but aren't in and of themselves magical. There are mentions of like great artifacts wielded by giant kin of some respect, scattered throughout Faerun, the continent of which you find yourself on. Is there? I'm not sure there'd be anything like without more direction. I don't know if you'd find it. If that makes sense.
Well, I wouldn't think that I would have any direction towards anything specific. It's just I'm researching.
Yeah. So there are mentions of, like I said, a bunch of like specific metals that are not technically magical but have magic-like properties, and different named artifact weapons that, or not necessarily artifact, but great weapons that certain giant kin wielded in the past.
Okay. What about going to the next section of
Arcane mutations.
arcane mutations?
Roll investigation with disadvantage.
8.
There is nothing of use here for you. It talks like every you maybe didn't necessarily understand like the implication of arcane mutation, but like the more you read this, the more like it is very clear this has nothing to do with you. Okay.
And then I'll after spending some time in Tower 1, start making my way to Tower 2.
I will jump back to the other two. You guys were in Tower 4, if I'm not mistaken.
We were in Tower 8.
Tower 8. Were you about to head to a different section?
No, we were done with that tower because we looked at all
That's
the
right,
Raven
that's right.
Queen and old stuff. And we were going to go to probably Tower 1 next because that's what was referenced.
Okay.
I think that would make sense.
Okay. Yeah, heading to Tower 1, same shtick. What would you tell the person at the front desk? Because that's how they would direct you.
Hey, yes, so, looking... Sorry, what was the name of the sword again? Silken Spite. Hi, we were just in Tower 8 and was reading about this, sword called the Silken Spite, and there was a footnote saying to come to Tower 1 for more information on it.
Okay. Right. Well, and you'll watch them. They'll put down the book they were reading, and they'll pick up the one you saw all of the other people carrying, and they'll kind of hold their hands out, and it'll flip to a page, and they'll look down. They'll go, that would be in Sentient Arcane Instruments, Section 4, Shelf 5, 15th book to the left.
Okay. Also, anything about people sprouting spider legs from their back or sprouting wings?
I would check arcane mutations for that.
And which section is that?
This section, arcane mutations. It's a section on arcane mutations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you gave me a specific type of mutation, I could give you a more general,
Well,
like
I mean,
specific.
Spider legs and wings.
Uh,
I feel like that's pretty specific. Like, okay, so the spider legs, like, theoretically, if, like, when somebody falls unconscious and they're going to be killed, and then they sprout spider legs and escape.
can you give me a specific reference in a book that I might be able to look up?
She'll like, look at Aaron.
But I don't know.
What
Okay,
tower did
okay.
you say that you're in?
They're
One.
in one, but they
Oh.
did a whole tower. So as you were leaving, they were probably walking towards you. But you went.
I'd wave.
Yeah.
And for the wings, it would be wings that also kind of make people scared.
Okay. Wings. Like an.
Wings that when they grow out of somebody's back, they make everybody around them scared of them.
Well, I honestly would say I would be quite horrified by wings sprouting out of someone's back. So. Yeah, I again, sorry, I can be more specific when given, like, very specific things. Like instances that it's written about, if that makes sense.
I don't have any other information than that, just...
Yeah. So, like I said, arcane mutations probably your best bet.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. I'll take a look.
Have a good day. Go back to reading.
Alright. Shall we, Aaron?
I suppose.
Do you grab the book on Cinefex?
Yeah.
Yeah, it talks about him, Silken Spite being created during something called the Calamity. It was a powerful artifact wielded by a champion of Lolth. It speaks. Roll luck for me.
Me?
No, Tari.
Sorry.
There we go. 13.
13. It speaks on it having some level of psychic powers, and the ability to alter some memories, but can't go into much more detail than that.
I pointed out to Aaron. And then I gesture at my sword.
Mm-hmm.
And then I shrug.
It would also state that the wielder of it, the wielders that have been known to murder their longtime companions.
I had already showed it to him before I read that part.
Yeah.
I kind of just start scribbling. I won't murder you. Show it to Aaron.
I will probably scribble back. Bad ideas. Sword bad.
I nod. And like, we'll talk when we can talk.
Okay. Anything else from this? Oh, you also wanted to, make an investigation check for arcane mutations on wings and spider legs.
Well, I rolled an 18 plus 23. That's a 23.
Yeah, there are there are things where experiments went wrong and people grew wings and or spider legs, but permanent features to their body. You don't find anything that speaks of momentary growths of such appendages in this section.
Okay. Shrug.
It's so hard because, like, there are effectively keywords I'm looking for you to say that you don't necessarily know to say.
She doesn't know.
Yeah.
She's a half elf.
Yeah. Any hoosers. So would you head to the next tower at that point?
Yeah, we're
Alright.
done at that one. Though, once we get out of the silence and outside where, person's not listening, I just am like, so, the sword.
Yeah, it obviously has a bad idea, and it probably wouldn't be smart to keep it.
Be
for being
smart
fully honest.
to keep it?
Mm-hmm.
Would or wouldn't, sorry.
Wouldn't be smart to keep it.
Got it. Yeah, you're probably right. He has kind of taken away some, my ability to talk before.
Yeah.
So as you go to say that, you just hear in your mind, do you want to get rid of me?
What do you mean by get rid of?
Well, you're talking about not keeping me.
Well, maybe I just won't carry you around all the time. Codependency isn't a good look.
Well, if you don't want to carry me, that's not a problem. And as you hear that, Aaron would notice it. Make a perception check with disadvantage, Tari.
Don't make me kill my friend.
No, I'm not going to.
Perception at disadvantage, you said?
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 4 and a 5. Plus 3. So 7.
7, yeah. Aaron's perception is just dummy high. You would notice as you were having this conversation with her, and I mean, what we just said took 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, right? Her sword just disappears from its scabbard. And in place, or I guess not technically in place, you notice that a bracelet that is looks like spider silk woven together is around her left wrist.
Still just talking to him, and I didn't realize he disappeared. So I'll just keep being like, look, can we talk about this later?
I suppose.
Yeah.
Aaron?
Sorry.
No, what do you say?
I think
I thought you were talking to me, sorry.
Oh.
I just wanted to, if there are problems, I can do what I can to assist.
I just think you might have been wrong about Aaron is all. He's really cares.
Aaron,
really
what are you thinking about right now?
That the sword is fucking bad and needs to go because it's obviously evil.
I think he's just prejudicial. His whole institution is.
Okay, well, I mean, everybody has their prejudices. I still think he's a nice guy.
Okay.
I think you're wrong about him. And it's okay to be wrong about things. Okay? Now, I've got some more researching to do, so... You good?
Alright. Yeah.
Are you
guess so.
outside of the towers right now?
And sorry, I was saying that to the sword still. Now I'll talk to Aaron. Sorry, I was talking to the sword.
Yeah, the last
Alright.
45 seconds, Billy just stopped talking while you two had been talking.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys outside of the towers right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
I imagine that you would hear from coming from Tower 2's doorway. What do you mean you're not the same guy I just talked to? You're over there in that other tower.
I mean, they look different.
No, not to Bjorn.
Okay. What?
It's the same setting. It's a dude reading. He doesn't like look at faces very well.
I
Tell
mean,
me what you told me before. I forget.
they look like distinctly different. I don't.
Yeah, it's going on.
Okay. Uh, again, sir, I'm not. You haven't been to this tower yet. You may have spoken to a different guide, but.
Whatever. I'm just gonna walk in.
Kate. Okay. Anyway, we'll come back to you in a second, Bjorn.
No, that's fine. I just wanted
Yeah,
to
I got you.
interject in there. I mean, it's
Alright.
also 6 o'clock, so
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, we will. I guess we'll pick up next time with more more research. Everyone loves research. Everyone. Okay. Yeah, we'll honestly didn't expect as much research out of this one, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, next session will probably be the last before we take a hiatus from this game. Oh,
Mhm.
here, let me. I don't need to record this part.